Hi, my name is Ndeye, and today I would like to introduce Sbusiso Xaba from the Pan-African Congress of Azania.
That's right.
So can you introduce yourself to the audience?
Thank you very much. I'm Sbusiso Xaba, as indicated. I'm serving as the Deputy President of the PACM.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you your first question. On the PAC website, it states that one of your struggles is to overcome the colonial mindset of the African people and replace it with self-determination. Do you believe that this is an important thing in liberating Africans?
You see, it becomes very critical. White supremacy has made sure that it takes our space. And our primary issue is to decolonize our space and decolonize our mind first. Because primarily the enemy has conquered us physically, but also he has conquered us psychologically as well. So decolonization becomes a very critical component of our struggle.
You said yesterday when you was doing a conference in the Bay Grant Centre about, especially about Western Africa and Haiti, and how after they supposedly got independence from France, they had to pay France reparations. Do you believe, as part of the reparation struggle, this should be part of the agenda, and if France and other oppressors should pay back the money that we paid to them?
You see, the imperialism has gone to give itself status of being victims. Whenever we liberate ourselves, they want us to put us back where we belong, which is on the foot of the economy. So it becomes very important that we reclaim that space, including the money that was paid as reparation. I think that the struggle of Haiti becomes our highest form of expression. Therefore, the return of the funds that were stolen by the French will be critical. Also, as indicated in West Africa, we need to be self-determining. As long as West African countries are forced to put their taxes and all their revenues in the French central bank that is controlled by the French, will always be in a disadvantaged position. But if you remember, as I indicated, this is the model of France. Other imperialists have different models, but they all have the same intentions, that we do not have the right to self-determination. And the right to self-determination to us is everything.
Going back to that, we were talking about how we have the right to self-determination. In terms of the reparations that previous countries have been paying to the West and other oppressors, how would you, and you say that this is forced on certain countries, how can those countries then stop paying or put an end to that?
I think one point before I answer the question that I must make. The reparations question will not be limited to the compensation.
Okay.
As I indicated that although the French experience seemed to be visible government active, but the other imperialist nations also do the same. It looks like it's laws that are passed by our parliament, but actually it's forced. They are cajoled to pass those acts. So we should not limit our demand to compensation. It's much broader than that. We need to repair ourselves. But in answering the questions that you have given, which you've given me, which says, what then should we do? firstly we must attain power, and power is within our unity. And our unity does not mean that we must be sheepish and think the same, but it means that we must find common ground to what we want to be as a nation, to define the society that we desire, so that we work towards that society. There will be many corners and struggle. We might even disagree on the tactics in the middle, but we must not disagree with the end, and when we must not disagree with the general direction on which we are going as a people. If we find that, it will be possible for us to make this demand from a position of power.
Going back to, you said you just touched on unity, so my third question is going to be, do you believe that one of the problems literally dividing Africa is the artificial borders and names given, especially during the Berlin conference? And do you think that it's time for Africa to redesign its continent?
We cannot solve our problem from the same confines that imperialism put us. We were divided so that we can be manageable, so that we don't have too much power as individual states. If you see, most of the time when even when the AU is being elected, countries will be summoned to their former colonial masters to be instructed on what direction to take. And as long as there is those borders, they maintain that relationship, that this territory was colonized by the French, this one was colonized by the Portuguese, this one was colonized by the English. It becomes one of the main issues that we must drop the borders. We must stop the fear that if the border is not there, I will not be a president of this country, I will not be a big man of this country. As soon as we're able to do that, we will attain our power. We will get closer to